Mayhem News Live, and we're here with our gaming report. We're down one host. Mark is here today. Jesse had to work, so we all know what we feel about that. But like I said, Mark is here today. So we're here today. We're going to be doing our show here. Let me go ahead and broadcast this real quick so everybody knows. I just think I'll put it on Twitter. But I hope everybody's having a good day today. So weather is kind of clear here, so this is a good day. That's a good thing. Anything's better than snow. But anyway.
Still cold. We're in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let me tweet that out here, get that going. We'll get on our episode. Okay, on this episode, we're going to do a regular format. We're going to talk about some news of the week. First things about Xbox. First story that I came up that was interesting. The Xbox has a serious exclusive game problem. And what that means is they don't have that many exclusive games because either they stopped working to get them, decided, hey, it wasn't worth fighting for. And let me tell you how that works. There's Sony, there's Microsoft. Microsoft runs Xbox. Sony runs PlayStation. Well, those games, and then you have the Nintendo Switch now. Well, these three companies and smaller ones fight for exclusive games to be launched on their console. And basically what happens is if the one company doesn't push enough, they give it to the other one. Well, right now, they don't have that many for the Xbox. And, they've got some of the older ones. They've got some that are only on the Xbox, but they don't have that many cross-console games, such as Call of Duty, that's PSN, PlayStation, basically. Bungie, basically, went with PS4, with the Destiny series. So, they do have a problem, and and then like on Call of Duty World War II, they're launching the first DLC for the PS4 a month before the one on Xbox, which is almost unprecedented. Usually it's only a couple of weeks, or a week, but I don't know, so they need to step up their game. I know they have the most powerful console. Well, they need to use that seriously.
Well,
no,
but the thing is that if they really do have the most powerful console, then people are going to go to that console to play the non-exclusive games. If people are choosing other consoles for the non-exclusive games, then that says that the Xbox isn't the best console to play on.
Well, the problem is when you go by the most powerful console, a lot of people are like me and Kim. They don't buy a console when it first comes out. I always wait a year because usually those first consoles that comes out, if there are going to be any problems with them, that's when they're going to come out. And a lot of people don't want to
we've got a
so
PS3 in the house because we weren't going to buy a PS4.
Yeah. And it's like I have a thing, me and you run this thing on where we try to help people with, how to pick the best buy if you're going to buy a used console. Well, when you got people trying to sell Xbox 360s, even the new ones for over $100, and you can buy them brand new for $89, while supplies last. Because see, they're not making any more. They're not making any more consoles for the PS3. No more Xbox 360s. They're not even putting new games out on them, except for a few. I don't think Xbox is putting out any. So, but see, you got Xbox. You got the Xbox One. You have the Xbox One S, which is what we have, and that allows you to watch DVDs in 4K. Has a 4K DVD player. And just a note on that, okay, Sony owns the Blu-ray franchise, basically. When they made the PSN Pro, the PS4 Pro, it actually plays games in 4K. But you can't watch a 4K DVD because they didn't put a Blu-ray player in it. So they own it. They own the Blu-ray copyright. They own the software. They own the hardware. They own the rights to it, but they didn't put it in there. Okay. So
trying to sell more units for other stuff for Sony?
Yeah.
The regular Blu-ray player?
No, because and then they got a lot of the games that they had on PS4 Pro, like Destiny 2. For the first almost month, people that had a PS4 Pro couldn't even play it. They couldn't even log on to Destiny 2. So, and come to find out, it was a little bit of who is this? Let's see who this is. Can't look at the number. Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Jesse made it in. Had an early morning, or they let everybody go?
No, I'm just here. We had a safety breakfast, and I have a job that I can work on and talk to. So.
Yeah. Well, we just talked about Xbox exclusive games games problem. Yeah, lack of, you mean?
Yeah, I've already looked into Sea of Thieves and laughed at it.
Yeah. Well, it's too cartoony, man. They're doing too many In fact, people fussed at me, and we're going to talk about that game today, but people fussed at me because I didn't have Minecraft. I said, I grew up when there was only 8-bit games. And if you grew up in that time and that's all you had to play, trust me, you will never go back to those games, especially when you have to pay $20 for it. That game should not be $20.
I went through the Minecraft era.
Now, I've played Minecraft, but it was a Minecraft mobile, and I got it for free. And I was going to be an architect before I became a nerd, so, hey, I can make some pretty cool stuff. But that's beside the point. It was free. I didn't pay for it. I ain't going to. But anyway, we'll get on to that later. All right, here's another big rumor. There's a big rumor that Microsoft may be looking to make EA their next big purchase. Now, in a way, that's a good thing, but it's a two-edged sword. Microsoft isn't perfect, but we know EA is not. And right now, the reason why they're looking, I have a feeling the reason why they're looking into buying them because EA stock isn't worth much right now after the big fiasco with Star Wars and other games, with the loot crates and stuff. But anyway, that's a big rumor. There's some things that could really come out of it that would be really cool. But it's kind of a two-edged sword. Microsoft could go in and turn EA around, change some things, but we'll see. Like I said, it's just a rumor. It's been mentioned a couple of times, that this may be a possibility, but there is no substantiated, news that says they are going to buy it. It's just people in the business are talking that Microsoft may be thinking of buying EA, and what I see in the future if that happens, I see a bunch of remastered remakes, to make up for the bull crap that EA put out. Wouldn't you agree, Jesse? I would think, fixing some of the things that EA messed up,
Fixing all the things they messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
My oldest likes
moving
EA
along.
Sports. I don't know.
Yeah, we play Madden. We play a lot. I like sports games as long as Jesse's big problem is there's no baseball on the Xbox anymore. He said I would just love to have a baseball game I could play on the Xbox, but they don't make them. And I think they made a mistake. I understand that you can't. A college player can't make money. It's against the rules of the NCAA. But I mean, why not let us have a game with college players, especially football? I mean, we don't have to use the real names. At least the team is represented. Represented. If the team is the only one represented, then the team could actually get the money.
If
not
they
the players.
If they were to do older games, if they were to do older players, so that you could play the Badgers, but you couldn't play any of the current Badgers. You could play the Badgers that can make money off of it.
Yeah.
So that you get the team, but you don't get the players that aren't allowed to make any money.
Well, here's the problem with that. It's not just the players. It wasn't just the players the reason why EA got sued. It's having the likes of the college in the stadiums without their permission. They had zero permission from any of the colleges.
They would have to pay the colleges.
Yeah. And EA is not going to do that. That's why EA has ruined so many franchises, because they try to do it their way without permission, without the rights.
We started this because, there's a rumor that Microsoft may be buying EA or be thinking about it. I mentioned this before, but I think you stepped away. If Microsoft buys EA, what I see in the near future is a lot of remastered games being re-released with all the crap fixed.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not impressed with Microsoft fixing crap nowadays.
I will give you a maybe. I could see Microsoft possibly getting permission to do the NCAA and NCAA coming back, because a lot of people are upset that it's gone. But then to remaster or revamp, the Star Wars Battlefront, for example, not only would they have to buy EA, they would have to get the rights from Disney to make sure that they can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Now, me and Jesse play PUBG, and I was talking to Mark the other day, and he got to play Fortnite, which is basically the same game except a little more cartoony. PUBG developers announced that on the next Xbox update they will be nerfing vehicles. Thank God. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to down how much damage you get. I mean, I don't think they can say if you get run over by a car that it's going to do less damage. I mean, or are they going to limit how far, into the circle? If you don't know what PUBG is, basically you have a playing circle. In Fortnite, it's called a storm. Outside the circle, there's a storm that kills you. But the circle gets smaller, and you start off with 100 players, anywhere from 99 to 100 players. And as it gets smaller, so does the playing field. And if you're in the middle of a playing field that has no buildings, then it's interesting, needless to say. But the problem right now that they're having is people will get in a car and drive at high speeds and try to run over as many people as they can. It is a good tactic. The only problem is it's not that good when you don't have a car, because there's not a car for everybody. There's not 100 vehicles on the map. If there are, they're just spread out.
They may nerf it to where there is more vehicles.
Yeah. The way they thought they were
going to
nerf,
that seems like an unfair advantage.
They're going to nerf how the vehicle damages or how much it damages. So we won't see it until they actually do.
That's weird, but my thing was just make it to where they can't go inside the circle after a certain reduction, because like you said, you're in a little 4x4 diameter circle, no buildings, you're playing the Bush game. Here comes a fucking UAZ coming to run you over.
Yeah.
And it's like the only thing you can do is hope to hit the driver and then get out of the way in time, because if you don't get out of the way in time, guess what? You get ran over anyways.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna move on. We're continuing with our top 10 list, and that top 10 list includes games from Facebook, PC, and console. We are at number 9. If you missed number 10, you can check out last week's show. Facebook, we're going to cover. Mark we were going to do one game, and he said, no, I kind of gave that one a higher rating, so we're going to do we're going to swap out. So the Facebook game we're going to cover today is Mafia Wars. Now, I have not played this game, but I have watched video of it played, and it kind of reminds me of a simpler version of Mafia that's on the Xbox. Of course, Xbox, Facebook games are mostly menu games. You answer questions or you pick certain things, but still the storyline is basically similar to Mafia. Mafia 3.
Please tell me you moved up the PC one.
Which one?
Are we doing that PC one you put in the list for the notes yesterday, or are we going to change that? Because I honestly don't. I think that's somewhat of a disrespect to the original game.
I said we were going to do Warcraft, but we can actually do Warcraft if you want. Move Warcraft up a little bit.
I would prefer to move Warcraft, StarCraft, like those other ones farther up, because to me they deserve a higher place, because there's people from my generation that still play that game. I still play that game. So I would say that definitely deserves a higher rating. Now, I mean, we could always throw Dreadnought in there, because Dreadnought was pretty damn good.
Yeah, Dreadnought's a pretty new one. So we're going to make a on-the-fly change here. We're going to talk about Warcraft. I may come up with another one and put Warcraft and StarCraft together, because they're similar.
They're very similar, yes.
Yeah, it's just one's in space, one has like aliens, and then the other one has,
Yeah, we'll explain that one. So don't worry, I have plenty of notes for that.
If you don't know, Dreadnought, if you played World of Ships, if you played World of Tanks, Dreadnought is a similar game. Only you're dealing with huge spaceships. It's almost like a battleship. Yeah, we're talking, huge. We're talking, how can I say, Battlestar Galactica huge. Yeah,
Yes,
or,
I was about to say that. Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, Star Wars, you're looking at maybe not a Star Destroyer, but something smaller, like a Dreadnought. They actually have a Dreadnought in Star Wars.
Rebel Cruiser.
What is it, a Hammerhead? Was it a Hammerhead?
Yeah,
Dreadnought?
the Hammerheads. Yep.
Yeah. You start out with teams, going against each other. You've got different weapons. You've got torpedoes. You've got rockets. You have shields.
There's also a healer ship.
Yeah. It can put out a shield. It can also put a healing beam. They have a sniper that can put itself into a cloak. Now, when I played the beta, I was sent a invite from the beta, and the beta, you had a choice when you respawned. You could respawn as a fighter ship, or you could respawn as
the choice is still there. I don't know if you did it last night, but
most people don't pick it.
Yeah, well, last night,
know.
For my dabbling, the changing ships is still there. So if you spawned in as the big dreadnought with all the weapons and high class armor but no shield, sorry, I'm doing a lot of walking right now. You get warp drums, you get the broadside cannons, you get the torpedoes. You do massive amount of damage, but you're slow. But at the same time, as soon as I died, if I didn't want to stay dead, I hit C. I could pick from either my healer class, my agile sniper, or my balanced little destroyer, and that's still capable of doing that. Just depends on your play style, obviously.
And by the way, Mark, this game is free. You just have to download it.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I can send you a link, and it's not really graphic demanding. It's not, it's not 4K. It's not.
You can set up to be ultra res if you wanted to, but my PC can handle the standard high resolution.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a decent. I heard about it. I signed up for the thing to see if I could get a beta invite. Actually got one. I played it for about. I finally got to play it about 3 days into the 3 days left of the beta. And I thought it was going to be something you had to buy. But it's similar to World of Tanks. It's similar to World of Ships. There's things you can buy, but if you play the game, you actually, you actually get the stuff that you can buy. It just takes a little longer.
You've got the premium gold.
It has daily. Yeah. But
let's put it to you this way. Me and Russell did 5 matches. Me and Russell did 5 matches last night. And we literally I got 5K free experience for any research of any ship, along with that specific ship style research, plus almost 1,200 credits, which gave me about 3 upgrades. Now, I always save my research and my credits for the most expensive. So if it's 800 research and 800 credits, that's what I buy first. So actually, I bought 2 800, so I'm looking at 1,800 credits last night, just off of 5 matches.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a good game. It's and you design your captain. You start off with 4 ships. You can actually buy more. They have.
You eventually unlock
gold. Yeah, they have ships that you can buy that are probably OP, but you have to buy gold, and that's how World of Tanks works. That's how World of Ships works. There's also a World of Planes too. I've never played that one. I may have to play that one day.
There's not many that are too OP. They're still fairly balanced, let's be honest. They just get better ammo and better armor.
Plus they
you can still beat them fairly easily.
Yeah, you can design your
if anybody's ever played with me, should know, when I create a character, if I'm playing in third person, I'm not looking at a dude's ass, so.
Yeah, he does. All right, the game we're going to talk about for console is like I mentioned in Minecraft before. Now, I don't like the adventure part of where you can die and then have to start all over. I usually played in creative mode. That way you could make what you want. You didn't have to. But like Jesse said, we talked about Ark Survival last week. Well, Ark Survival is basically a 3D, a higher graphics version of Minecraft to a certain
very graphic and intensive game.
If you're going to play Minecraft by yourself, and if you're an adult, you're okay. But if you're going to play with other people, all I can say is welcome to Squeaker Hell, because there's a lot of kids that play this game, and dude, they're serious. about this game.
Yeah. You think it would be an e-sport? Like
10-year-olds telling you to go back to your mama.
Yeah. You know.
It's like, dude, I'm like, half double your age.
I'm like, I don't know.
I got to be honest. Minecraft survival mode, I dabbled with it because I bought it for my little brother. And any brother knows that if you buy something for him, you're eventually going to have to play with them.
Yeah.
Survival mode's always better with more people because you guys split the resources, you split the gathering, you split everything. But then on top of everything as well, my favorite part, and probably the only reason why I would still play Minecraft to this day, is the adventure maps some of these people create. And you would think, with it being just Squeaker Town all over the place, just as bad as Toonville, if you all ever played that, but that's not even worth discussing. The creative side of some of these guys that make these maps is extraordinary. And I've got to give props to some of those map makers. Not all of them. Because every time you find a dime a dozen, you find about 3 to 4 pretty atrocious ones. But it is a great place to let your creativity flow. I will say that.
Yeah. Well, our featured game is not really a game, it's a series. It's Call of Duty. We're talking about, now of course, me and Werecat actually met playing, I believe it was Ghost when we started playing, Modern Warfare 3.
It was like right at the end of 3.
We played all of them. I've played the Medal of Honor series, which is not Call of Duty.
I love
Medal of Honor. The reason why I liked Medal of Honor was because it was sponsored by the Medal of Honor Society. So the historic facts on Medal of Honor series, the games that you played, were pretty much right.
Pretty much.
Back to the good old days. When you go back to the good old days of Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Well, up until World War II, and World War II is not perfect, by no means, but up until World War II, Call of Duty was dead. They went into this futuristic crap. Now, Ghost, to me, had one of the best storylines in a while. It wasn't any better than Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3 storyline, but it was better. Now, my problem and my wife's problem, who did a big rant on YouTube, is Ghosts are basically supposed to be these mythical warriors, basically that can't be seen. Secret soldiers. /CIA /NSA, and you wear a mask, and you had this skull-looking mask. And well, if you played the campaign on Veteran, which by the way is not easy, by the way. Almost any Call of Duty game on Veteran is not easy. You got to wear the mask. Well, the only problem is this was the first time that you could use a female character. But they wouldn't let the female character wear the mask. And
I gotta be honest with them. They did come back and apologize for it. They never fixed
it. They did apologize for it. But I don't.
They never
it just killed me. But and then all of a sudden, either the people that make Call of Duty, either Treyarch or whoever, decided to hire some people that apparently was out of work from making Titanfall and decided, hey, we're going to run up walls and.
Yeah, it was Treyarch and the people who left the original Titanfall because they thought it was a flop, they thought it was a horrible game, and became Frostwire. If I remember correctly, forgot to double check because I didn't think I was going to be able to make it, but what that was going on. I've got a few minutes. With that, they came together and made the Black Ops series. Now, in the defense of Black Ops, because there's still people who are playing 2 and 3, I didn't like 2 or 3 that much. I do like the original. The story was okay, and they didn't go too much into the freaking wall running and all that crazy stuff. It wasn't until 2, 3, Infinite, and Advanced that the wall running Titanfall style gameplay became just horrible.
And shields and exos and going invisible and oh man. Well, they announced.
Don't get me wrong.
They announced that
Advanced Warfare was still playable. Advanced Warfare you could play and still have somewhat of fun.
They were saying, hey, boots on the ground, we're going back to our roots, we're going back to World War II, we're going, and this game is not perfect.
I was over that.
It's got its issues. I mean, come on, Now, my issue is, and I don't care if they have crates that you can buy, what my issue is when they start selling them, the stuff that you get free every week, you don't get as much of the good stuff as you did. Because Jesse can verify, I got 8.
You can bite me, sir. You can bite me, Mr.
Literally
6 heroics
in the first 3 weeks. And then they started selling them, and now if you get a heroic, it's really something to be excited about because you don't get them very often.
Nah, the last heroic I got was my PPSH, the Snake the Second, which Russell was there for, and that was the second month it was out, I think. I haven't seen heroics.
Just remember on these free games, designers got to eat too.
But now this is not free. This is one you actually paid for. I mean,
okay.
It's the microtransaction.
It's the microtransactions that Pomeranian problem. Nobody bitches about it really except on Destiny, And I'm going to be honest, I've literally have been doing the shotgun effect to my YouTube people I follow because you got people, and I'm not going to call any names, even though it's very tempting. People who are still making money off of videos they've done for Destiny, but are now bitching because they're trying to compare a game that's been out for less than 6 months to a game that was out for 3 years. I'm sorry, there is no comparison. And they say, well, it doesn't seem like it just seems like it's a continuation. Well, what did you think it was going to happen? They didn't jump 150 years in the future.
I mean, look at World of Warcraft. Nobody.
If you want to play something else,
it's been going 12 years and doing the exact same thing Destiny is doing now. You start off, you get to max rate, and guess what? World of Warcraft increases it in the next expansion. They give you new raids. They give you new dungeon.
Now I can say this. They had a bright day for the last week. I don't know if y'all have played Prop Hunt.
Oh, come on. Why do you have to break my heart again?
The remastered version of Call of Duty. Prop Hunt
it have a team of hunters. It was first introduced on PC. PC Modern Warfare 2. And then when they mastered it, yes, they added it. Sorry, I just wanted to let you know because I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah, well, okay. They brought it in. Here's how Prop Hunt works. You have a team of hunters, and you have a team of props. Now, anything that's on the map, it can be a bucket, it can be a tree, it can be a barrel, it can be a piece of machinery. Now, this one's a little different on World War II because they have 3 different sizes of props that you could be. And the idea is to literally blend in and try not to be killed. You also have 3 decoys that you can drop to throw people off. You can flash them like you're throwing a flash grenade. And it is literally hilarious. It is fun. It is something you could literally do 2 hours of video and have somebody literally peeing their pants because they're laughing so hard. It's funny, especially if you play with Jesse, because Jesse doesn't just go and sit.
You send me
Jesse jumps up and goes, peekaboo, and then runs, and then the guy's trying to find him, and you would actually think that Jesse is doing calisthenics in the background while he's playing, because he's like, ooh. It's funny as hell. It really is. If you ever want to catch us on screen, his gamer tag is Werecat, and mine is The Man in Black Lives, or TMIB, LIVES, and my wife's is T-Rib Rules. If you ever want to catch us on screen, you can always jump in there with us and just watch us on, usually we stream it on Mixer. Sometimes we do on Twitch, it just depends. But that, they've kind of redeemed themselves a little bit. I mean, some of the things like War isn't as... When War first came out on the beta, they had the same 2 maps. And now they're starting to add maps, which is actually making it more interesting. They've added a new class.
They got 3 maps.
The new DLC will... Yeah,
it's 3 maps originally. There are 2 in the beta, and DLC is bringing in 1 more.
Yeah. So you're going to get a resistance character, or they call them divisions. You have you have 4 divisions now. You're going to get another one now. And what this allows you to do is the resistance one will have the pistol will have a tac knife.
It's pretty much a bonus to your pistols and mini-map advantage.
Yeah. And you get to sabotage. You can see things that you need to destroy quicker and stuff. They've actually redeemed themselves a little bit. They need to learn how to limit how many people is in a lobby, so they don't put us into a headquarters. And I'm in one headquarters, and the other 2 people I'm playing with are in a separate headquarters because that one was full. So that's what they need to do.
The main reason why we push that is just because when you open crates and stuff like that, you do get a little bit of a... Sometimes if it's epic heroic, you get a
score, which allows you to get...
And you get social score. But,
yeah,
so if anybody's hoping to play Crop Hunt, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait another month now because Call of Duty was a dick.
All right, next week's show, and let me bring up my notes. I'll kind of give you a hint on what we're doing. Kind of give you a hint on our top 10 next week. Let's see. Top 10 next week will be for Facebook. I think Mark said he's going to talk about Magic Jigsaw. For PC, I haven't decided where we're going to plug in Warcraft and StarCraft. We're probably going to move those up a little bit. I tell you what, I think we're going to talk about a game I used to love to play. I still have it here somewhere. It's called Aircraft Anthology. We're either going to do that one or Flight Simulator, and I may actually combine those together because they're kind of similar, only that Anthology actually is Anthology is actually put out by Jan's Simulators. They're the same people that do the simulators for the nuclear submarines, for the military, and do some of the simulators for some of the aircraft. And you can pretty much fly everything from World War I all the way up to a Raptor, F-22 Raptor. So console, we're probably going to talk about Madden. That's probably going to be what we do. And then I'm going to, as usual, we're going to do gaming headlines of the week. And I haven't decided what game we're going to focus on next week, what our featured game is going to be. So you're going to have to stay tuned to see that. but basically, we appreciate everyone that's been listening. You can find us on your RSS feeds now. You can also find us on Facebook. You can follow us on Mayhem News Live. You can follow the Twitter for the show at Mayhem News Live. You can also follow myself at TMibLives. That's TMIBLIVES, all caps. You can also find, you can follow Mark at Mark Uzuma.
Yeah, Mark Uzuma, just look me up. It's all over the place.
Yeah. You can also look at, check us out on Twitch and Mixer as well.
Yeah, if you want to find me, Facebook is my spot. Just search Jesse Parks. And just send a request, send a little message saying, hey, I listened to the show, I want to follow you. You can see some of the explorations me and my family do on vacations, which we will be doing in February, so I will be gone for 2 shows. But maybe 1. Depends on what time, what day we get back. But that's the main page.
Jesse literally said, book the cruise.
Yeah. I will encourage you to book cruises. Believe me, I am a cruisifarian. The Twitter is at @Pouncer.
I've seen Jaws, and no thanks.
And
I don't do water. That's
my gamer tag.
Too deep.
My gamer tag on Xbox, if you ever care to play with us or play with me, is Werecat. Like you said, WHERECAT. Actually, where and cat. Literally, where did you put the cat? And if you wish, just send me a message along with a friend request. So hey, I'll call you on the show. If we do any recordings or anything, I'll make sure to try and get you guys involved.
It's been fun.
That's been the show for today. I appreciate everybody going out, and we're going to cue the music, and we are out.
The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
Oh, what a great audience. Let's dim the lights for this next one. Nope, too much. There it is. Gotta get things just right. Like Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Tell us what you want to pay, and we help you find coverage options that fit your budget. And now, the mood is right. Wait, the lights are back on again. Trudy, can you? And now it's completely dark.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.